Hi. Well, it's taking a break from gardening, and I can't stop thinking about Matt Brown. Very sad. I actually felt quite an affiliation. I watched that show for years. I felt like quite an affiliation with him. I know I'm female, but I'm quite the tomboy, and just the wild one, bit of a black sheep. I had lots of siblings, 8 and 7 other than me, and I had some that sort of were quite patronising and looked down on you, and I had some that would fiercely bully me, and I had one out of all of them that he's still very special to me, my baby brother. And I've got ADHD and BPD, which is borderline personality disorder, and I've only just really learnt about my ADHD like 5 years ago, and my borderline recently. So I'm 42 and I'm trying. Matt was 43, and this isn't about me. I'm kind of ranting about myself, but I feel like Matt might have been ADHD and BPD. I'm not diagnosing anyone by any means, so forgive me if you think that's disrespectful, but I just, when you know because you are it and you just see it in others. When he said about his partner recently, he had a flash of when they were arguing in the kitchen, throwing the mic through the microwave through the window, and then he didn't. He held back. That's maturity. Years ago he probably wouldn't have. That's the BPD. That's the instant rage that you just can't usually stop. And it's just so sad. I've done all the crying. I did a lot of crying on that day that he was actually properly discovered. And he was my favourite one out of all of them. I loved them all, but he was my favourite, and I hated it. When he left, I was like, oh no, the best cast members left, in my opinion, or like the funniest sibling to watch, or at least the one I sort of, as I say, affiliated the most with. And it's just shockingly sad. So I've done my crime, and I'm trying to now be a bit more sort of pragmatic and try and help, especially men or anyone that's feeling suicidal. I don't think I'm allowed to say that word, so I'm probably about to be, don't know, from YouTube. But if you are feeling that way, I don't just want to say get help. Obviously get help, try therapy, but I don't want to patronise anyone. I will say this: DM me. You can absolutely message me on Facebook. I don't even know how to get into my Instagram messages, so maybe not that one. But Facebook, Joe Capsalis. It's pretty much, I think, the only name that's Joe Capsalis. I'm quite a therapist, novice psychologist, and I usually I give good advice. And just please message me if you're feeling as low as him. Even if I have to give you free guitar lessons or piano lessons or bass lessons, or I absolutely will. Obviously, if you're too far away, I could do it online too. Anything to keep your mind busy. Especially fellas, you really, you actually, I've read all the statistics, and you do actually, you pull the trigger more than women do. So, and I don't know what that is about. Maybe it's women tend to be more sort of empathetic. See, why I would never pull the trigger, so to speak, would be only because of I think about my baby brother, and I'm his big sister, and I know he's had his own struggles because we had the same childhood, but we had the same DNA, and so he's had his problems, and I would never hurt myself because I just think of him straight away. What sort of inspiration is your big sister? You know what I mean? What sort of message is that? So, and I'm not knocking Matt, but I just wish he didn't do that, Matt. If you're suffering with a breakup, which he was, honestly, I promise you it's not the end of the world, and you will, he was a handsome chap. He could have absolutely found another lady. It takes time. That's all it is. I promise you, tomorrow can be a better day, a much better day. And he had so many skills. He was like a human Swiss Army knife. He had so many skills. So, what a shame. You could have had your own children and, you know, passed on all that knowledge. And what a great bloodline you have. You know, yeah, I'm the same. I'm estranged from my family too. So it doesn't mean that there's never going to be anyone for you or anything like that. Sorry, it's just someone staring at me now, which is a bit, you know, intimate moment and all that with you guys. It's just me and you right now. Just give me 1 minute, please. So, yeah, if you need anyone to talk to, I might be a stranger now, but I'm Jojo. I'm everyone's friend. That's why I say, hey, friends. Like he did, actually, usually at the beginning of every video, usually. So, just hang in there. Don't do anything stupid. We love you, Matt. Rest in peace, brother.